And we talk about Verdes coming into tonight's play. We must talk about Tyrone Hall. In his last outing, Tyrone Hall put up some huge numbers for Verdes. He had 25 points in the ball game. He led all scorers in the ball game with 25 points. And what you're seeing is his season average, averaging 13.4 points a game to go along with 1.2 assists, 4 rebounds, and he's shooting 42.3% from the field.
And definitely shooting at a very efficient clip from downtown as well. He was on fire last week, and they will definitely need similar output from Tyrone Hall in this ball game to go against what is now a very potent backcourt for the Griga Dream Ballers.
Like I was mentioning, he had 25 points to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 steals in 33 minutes. And you know, Devin Thomas, he had 17 points to go along with 8 rebounds in 26 minutes. But when you look at his season numbers, Devin Thomas playing his first NEBL season with Verdes, averaging 11.4 points per game to go along with 0.2 assists, rebound 9.4. Very huge for Devin Thomas, and he will have to be more efficient on both the offensive and defensive glass tonight. We'll talk about that a little more. And his field goal percent, you know, right up there, 35.3%.
It's all about a gradual climb. It's not what the season average is saying. It's about the gradual improvement. Coming in from college, he is more of a role player. You know, he wasn't averaging a lot in points and rebounds, but he made the more shooting right around 40% from the field. So you always have to look for the underlying stats, the one that doesn't tell, you know, that you don't see in the box score. But now for him to come as one of the key players on a team, going from role player to key player is a definitely tough transition.
And tonight we want to say that Verdes will be out. Chris Frazier will not be playing tonight because of injury.
And that is, it's what you call bittersweet, because in a sense, Devin Thomas is now going to show what he is really made of. And I feel that this is the time for Devin Thomas to have the breakout kind of game that that Ty Hall had last week. So I'm definitely looking for an offensive explosion from Devin Thomas in this ball game.
All right, what we'll do, we'll go to a break. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at Griga Dream Ballers poised to pull off a victory here tonight at home. We'll be back. As we welcome you back inside the Russell Chester Garcia Auditorium, where you can see the Verdes starters along with their reserve. They're already on the court, and the Griga Dream Ballers players, they are now being introduced.
That's Donald Arzu. Oh, that's Harry Arzu. Sorry.
As you can see, it's slow. The fans are slow coming into the Russell Chester Garcia Auditorium, but by halftime, this place will be jam-packed as they are riding on that high, that one game that Verdes won last week over the Hurricanes at home. The fans will be out in numbers tonight to try to push them to another victory, this time against Verdes.
Yes, the play that went viral, the greatest defensive and offensive play combined. You know, there's a lot of good defensive plays and offensive plays in NEBL history, but the combination of the block from Henderson, calling his shot, running up the floor in transition, and to get that dunk just set the Russell Chester's auditorium on fire. As you see, the newly acquisition of Devon Money Campbell, and he and Edgar Mitchell combining for 17 assists last week, definitely puts them at the either 1 or 2 when it comes to backcourts, best backcourts in the NEBL.
Edgar Mitchell coming into tonight's play, averaging 13.2 points per game. In 2016, he was right around this mark, averaging 13.9 points per game. So we see where his scoring has picked up between 2016 and now 2020.
Yes, Devin Thomas, and let's pause. prayer.
And there you have it, the playing of the national anthem of Belize. It's going down inside the Russell Chiste Garcia Auditorium. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Let's talk about the players from Griga that will make an impact in this game tonight. And we want to talk about Delvon Henderson. In the last game, Devin Henderson, the win against Hurricanes, I should say, scored 22 points to go along with 5 rebounds, 5 steals, 6 blocks in 34 minutes. And you can see his season average right there.
The 30% field goal percentage is very deceiving. It's because Henderson has come on this season with the intent of taking more three-point shots. They weren't expecting him playing the center last season to be hitting those three-point shots. They have been locking him down because he's now playing small forward for the Griga Dream Ballers. Now, with guys that know how to find him in transition and better ball movement between Money Campbell and Boogie Mitchell, now I will expect to see Henderson's points and field goal percentage start to rise and pick up in this season.
Branden Sheppard, he scored 14 points to go along with 11 rebounds in 34 minutes in the win against the Hurricanes.
Yes, another player that needs point guard play, elite point guard play to be effective on the court. He is another player that I expect as the season progresses, points per game, excellent rebounds, but the field goal percentage to start to climb, getting closer to that 50% field goal per game percentage range.
Let's take a look at the officials for tonight's game. The crew chief, Melvin Pinello, umpire 1, Dwight Cadle, and umpire 2, Godsden Ferguson. So those are the guys that will be officiating tonight's game. Tonight, Verdes will be going with Tyrone Hall, Gerald Velasquez, Richard Troyer, Devin Thomas, and Leroy Loriano. For the home team, Griga will be going with Devin Devin Thomas, Branden Sheppard, Macario Augustine, Edgar Mitchell, and Devon Campbell.
We must mention the 20 rebounds that Macario Augustine pulled down last week. That was definitely instrumental. He has definitely been very effective inserting him into the starting lineup. They definitely have one of the more formidable front courts, and there's a lot of formidable front courts in the NEBL, but definitely this fast run and gun team, I just feel that the Griga Dream Ballers are just getting started.
So we are about 2 minutes from tip-off inside the Russell Chiste Garcia Auditorium, and it's a huge game for both teams. Verdes trying to keep their winning streak going, while Griga trying to build a winning streak to get themselves back as a contender. One of the teams that will make it to the Final Four.
We call the defenders lockdown city, but I'm telling you, the best defense in the league right now is this Verdes Ball Club. They play the old school type of basketball. They're going to shut you down and they're going to score just enough points. They're not doing it pretty, but they have been effective thus far. We definitely, if this game we see the score, a low scoring game, it definitely favors Verdes. But if the Dream Ballers can speed it up, try to get some easy points and get the scoring up, I could definitely see the tide flipping over to the Griga Dream Ballers.
Also tonight down in Belize City at the Civic Center, it will be the Hurricanes hosting the Belmopan Bandits, a struggling Bandits. I must say that game is scheduled for a 9:15 start.
Yes, both those teams, they have a virtual tie with 7 points apiece. And definitely 2 much needed points will definitely climb both teams in the standings moving forward.
I just also want to mention that defenders will be off this weekend, and San Pedro also will be off this weekend. 1 and 2 teams off for the weekend.
Yes, these guys have already put down 7 games in the season, played half of their schedule, while other teams have only played 5 games just going into their 6th. So definitely a much needed rest. Quickly, the Griga Dream Ballers are 2 points behind Verdes and can move into a virtual tie. If they get the 2 points tonight, they're going to get 10 points, tied with Verdes at 10 as well. So there will be a virtual tie in points, not necessarily records, because they will still be under 500, while Verdes, if they fall, would go to 4 and 2. So Verdes definitely trying to keep a pace with the defenders and Sharks.
So we take a look at the standings, and you see the defenders sitting on top with 13 points. San Pedro there with 12 points. But what a season for the Tiger Sharks compared to the 2019 season. A completely different season.
Yes, and it just goes to show that this 14-game season, even adding 2 more games to the season, really will show which team has the best attrition. We know injuries played a huge part of the outcome of the championship last season. Can these guys continue this pace? We have this season has been the best in terms of quality of play in the NEBL. The NEBL is as strong as ever, and we're seeing improvements with ball clubs, with referees, with the overall play of the game, and we definitely look forward to the second half and see where this season is going to take us. It's shaping up to be a very unpredictable finish in the 2020 season.
I just want to mention that the commissioner of the NEBL is inside the Russell Chiste Garcia Auditorium watching tonight monster matchup between Griga and Verdes.
Yes, this is the marquee matchup of this Friday night, and the commissioner knows how to pick the big game to go and watch. You see Hurricanes and Bandits gearing up for a 9:15 start, and we are almost set for Ballers versus Verdes. The battle for the number 3 seed is on the line.
And the fans there filing into the Russell T. Garcia Auditorium as tip-off time is just seconds away.
No. They said I've been clamoring for a true point guard to play alongside with Edgar Boogie Mitchell. He finally gets it. Let's see how effective he is at the shooting guard position.
And Tyron Hall will have to bring a huge game tonight for Verdes if they are supposed to pull off a victory here tonight.
Tyron Hall and Leroy Laureano is definitely, as you see, Bird getting the start as well. Edgar Boogie Mitchell bringing up the court with the Dan Griga Dream Ballers, winning the opening tip-off. Half-court sets immediately. Good pick and roll defense there. And the first turnover, excellent pick and roll defense there by Verdes. As he said, yes, it was a big acquisition for Devon Campbell, but you know, to get the 100% team chemistry is going to take some time for this Dan Griga Dream Ballers team. But they can ill afford any losses moving forward if they are going to get into the playoff. Corner three. Boom! Richard Troyer for three.
And the destroyer hot out of the gate tonight with his first 3 ball, and Verdes will need more of that.
And you're seeing Coach Starr making the adjustments. The curl off the left or right wing on the top of the 3-point shot was just not working. And we're seeing Troyer moving towards that corner 3.
4 seconds to shoot for Griga.
Boom! The boogeyman strikes!
A long 3 ball there by Edgar Mitchell as the shot clock was running down.
Bird versus Boogie. Corner 3. Jab step by Troyer. Being patient. Leroy Laureano. Bird step back. Good defense there by Henderson.
3 to shoot for Verdes.
Leroy Laureano got
1 to shoot.
Take it. And that shot is no good. And here comes the Dan Griga Dream Ballers. Money Campbell, defended there by Bird Velasquez. Boogie splits, stripped there by Leroy Laureano. Here comes Verdes. Bird slows it down. Devin Thomas with the jab step. Corner 3, no good, he takes it in. Block shot there by Macario Augustine. And he is letting Bird hear it.
Very good defense from Macario Augustine.
Carey is just one of those players that you want on your team, in your foxhole. Richie for 3. Boom! Back-to-back threes. 6 quick points for Richard Troyer. Edgar Mitchell. Screen there from Macario Augustine.
Almost traveled.
Sheppard. No good off that 3-point shot. Just good pick and roll defense at the beginning of this game for Verdes. Fast break. What a move up and under by Leroy Laureano. He draws the foul and will go to the line.
And you know, I had a talk with Leroy in the week, and I told him that, you know, his strength is to take the ball to the hole because he can finish. If he don't finish, he can draw the foul. He's a very good free throw shooter. And so the discussion went well, and you know, he did just that with his first offensive possession, taking the ball strong to the hole.
And there's not a lot of teams that can stop Leroy Laureano going to the hole as he misses on the first free throw.
Well, I think the first basket by Richard Troyer was called a 2-point basket. So the score is 5-3.
Short on both. Here comes the Dream Ballers. Mitchell gets it out to Henderson. Off that quick screen, trying to get that pop for 3, but good defense overall. Money for 3, not a good shot. Forced that one. And here comes Verdes. Stolen off the back of the referee. Ball to Verdes. Just a different Dan Griga Dream Ballers team, not converting early on, but we're seeing the confidence being exerted here. Leroy. Bounce pass. Devin Thomas. Jab step shot. Woo! Beautiful move there by Devin Thomas.
And Devin Thomas showing you his range, showing Griga his range tonight, that you will have to step out and defend me. If you leave me 16 feet and in, I will burn you.
Good defense here by Richard Troyer. No, that's a personal foul on Richard Troyer.
That's his first foul in the quarter.
Like Richard Troyer, you know, the scouting report around the league is that Henderson wants to take more threes. That guy right there, Edgar Mitchell, can shoot the three as well. Money for three. Boom! Money Campbell for three.
Devon Campbell that time receiving a beautiful pass from Edgar Mitchell.
Devin Thomas. Is that good?
There was a whistle
before the shot.
So both teams looking sharp here in the first quarter.
Just excellent ball movement. Now when you have two of the best passing guards in the league on the same squad, you're going to see you improve. Stolen there by Henderson. Here comes Henderson. Ooh, the lob. Good defense here by Leroy Laureano to get the block on Edgar Mitchell. Here comes Verdes. Crossover. Richie. Corner. Good ball movement there. Bird slows it down. Leroy calling the play. Wasn't expecting the ball. Inside to the D. And Devin Thomas missing there. Money for three. Boom! Money Campbell again! Bounce pass.
Devon Campbell with back-to-back three-pointers.
Troyer inside. Tough move there. Here come the ballers. Edgar Mitchell. Edgar. Is he gonna go for the hat trick? Hat trick. No good. Richard Troyer with the rebound. Here comes Bird. Bird defended there by Henderson. High intensity game. Underneath, the reverse is denied there. Edgar Mitchell. Edgar. Boogie Mitchell stripped. The best hands in the league. Leroy Laureano strips Edgar off his legs. Ball back to Verdes.
What a defensive play by Leroy Laureano. Getting back, getting a piece of the ball as the ball goes off Edgar Mitchell. Excellent defense so far by Leroy Laureano. The pass.
Woo, the beautiful hook shot there. Game is tied at 9 apiece.
And that is good to see that Richie is scoring from outside. He's scoring from inside. So his defender will have something to think about.
He has 8, well, call it 7 of the 9 points for Verdes. Money. Macari Augustine. Hook shot is no good.
Short.
Verdes can take the lead on this possession. Good defense here by Henderson. Stripping, just harassing the Birdman. Leroy Laureano draws the foul and will go to the line.
Strong move by Leroy Laureano, taking the ball in the line of the Giants. Didn't get the basket to go, but he will be at the free throw line shooting 2 free throws. The NEBL on TNC is brought to you by Gentrack. .436 to go in the quarter. We are all tied up at 9 points apiece.
Makes the first. Now 1 of 3 from the charity strike.
Leroy shooting 69%.
Now 1 of 4. Somehow the shot stays alive and goes in for Verdes. Now 12-9. Poor box out there by the Dream Ballers. Money.
For a call on Leroy Laureano. It was a mismatch. He was guarding Delvon Henderson. See Ray Kush checking into the ball game, giving Leroy a rest for Verdes.
And the question mark for Verdes is the point guard play of Verdes when Leroy goes to the bench. As we see substitution there, number 99, baseline. That is Devon Campbell. Boogie Mitchell splits the defense. That should have been offensive interference, but the point goes to Edgar Mitchell anyways, and it's now a 12-11 ball game. Birdman. Bird to Ray Cruz. High arcing shot is no good. Sheppard with the rebound. Here comes Money. Money, what a pass! Whoa! The monster tomahawk off the dime from Money Campbell. Troyer missing there. Here come the ballers. Money. Woo! The no look. The finish. Sheppard loving it. Draws the foul.
Griga on a 6-0 run in the last minute and a half. And Sheppard will be going to the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play to make it a 7-0 run as they take a 15-12 lead, a 3-point lead for Griga.
Three-point opportunity.
And we are seeing a different Griga basketball team with the acquisition of Devon Campbell.
And what we're not talking about is the return at some point this season of Daniel Konake. How will they look with him coming back into the lineup as well? Do you bring him off the bench? We don't know. You see Vince Young in the ballgame. Bird for three. No good. Rebound here by Sheppard.
A deep three-point ball by Jarrell Velasquez that time.
Can Campbell for three. No good. Ooh, that's a foul. Should be a foul.
Should have been called a foul.
Henderson for three. Boom! And the no call leads to points for Ballers, and they're raining threes in the Russell Cheesty Auditorium.
16-12, a 4-point lead for Griga with 2:57 to go in the quarter. It is a Verdes timeout. A 7-point lead for Griga, 19-12 with 2:57 to go in the quarter. And you can see Richard, the Destroyer Troyer, still having a conversation there with Dwight Cato. And I guess at break, Verdes was tagged with a technical foul as Henderson missed the free throw.
In situations like that, you gotta let the ref hear it. You know, the technical foul has to be called, but Coach Starr has to stand up for his team. That was a call missed by the referee that turned into 3 points for the Dan Griga Dream Ballers. So nothing wrong there with Coach Starr voicing his concern. Troyer for three. Missing there. That looks like ball off Verdes.
Call off Verdes as Howard Azul have checked into the ball game for Griga.
And Vince Young is definitely one of those pieces brought in. He has 3-point shooting. Woo! Vince Young drives to the basket, but just didn't have the accuracy on that layup. Troyer strong, just couldn't make it. Another rebound, and let's see what Macario does on the boards here tonight. Harry Arzu gets to Vince Young, designated backup point guard. Vince Young, Arzu, boom! Harry Carey Arzu for 3.
Excellent shooting from behind the arch by Griga here tonight.
Thomas, strong move, gets it to go. Much needed basket there for Verdes to stop this run.
And the foul call on Macario Augustine, as Devin Thomas will be going to the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play. What a move by Devin Thomas, taking it strong into the chest of Macario Augustine.
Thomas have one of the best jab steps in the NEBL. Definitely use it there to freeze the defender. Then he took it strong up off the glass, draws the foul.
That's Quinton Bowen into the ball game, giving Branden Sheppard a breather.
Hearing the drums of our fathers.
Lane violation call against Verdes.
Edgar Mitchell. Quinton Bowen. Vince Young off the curl. No good. And who is going to score off this bench for the Griga Dream Ballers? That is going to be a determining factor as to how, if they can make this miraculous comeback and try to get into the Final Four. Who is going to score for the Ballers off the bench? Leroy Loriano. Troy. Good defense there by Quinton Bowen. Bird gets it to Thomas. Devin Thomas for 3.
Falling out of bung and all. Devin Thomas with the money ball.
Mitchell. Screen from Henderson. Just good pick and roll defense thus far. Strong move. Harry Arzu was denied here, but right into the hands of Edgar. Boogie thinking about that 3. Hendo takes it. Boom! Air Hendo for 3. Loriano. Bird sweet. On the side. Boom! From right to left. Devin Thomas.
It's a three-point affair inside the Russell Cheesesteak Garcia auditorium as both teams are making their 3 balls tonight.
Vince Young up top to Mitchell. Good double team there. Good. Arzu takes it. He was the man left wide open. You want a double Henderson. Arzu can score on the other side.
Very good basketball that time by Howard Arzu, driving baseline, getting to the basket easy with the leg.
That's just high IQ. Boogie reading. Boom! Leroy Loriano with a rear 3.
As the first quarter comes to an end, the Griga 27, Verdes 23, a full-point lead going into the second quarter for the Griga Dream Ballers. We'll be back. Verdes went 4 of 6 from downtown for 66%, while on the other side of the court, Griga 6 of 10 from downtown for 60%.
That's definitely one of the best shooting quarters, definitely of the season, but perhaps probably in NEBL history. We definitely have to look at those percentages, but it's definitely raining threes in the Russell Cheesesteak Auditorium. Edgar Mitchell. Vince Young, jab step, good pass, Arzu for 3. Big rebound there by Devin Thomas off the miss from Arzu.
Devin Thomas finished the quarter with 12 points to go along with 1 rebound.
Good ball movement by Verdes. Bird. Thomas, good defense here from Quinton Bowen. Wide open, Leroy, no good. Big offensive rebound there by Thomas to give Verdes another shot. Thomas, no good. And Leroy breaking up that third chance opportunity for Verdes. Hendo, Vince Young. Almost stolen there by Usher. Young just can't get his stroke going.
Elvis
Leroy. Leroy with the Euro. Gets it to Bird for 3.
Air ball.
No good. Arzu. Here comes Bobby. And what? Hendo. No good from 5 feet behind the arc.
Darnell Odom in the ball game also for Verdes to start the second quarter.
Bird. Usher for 3. No good. Vince Young. Here comes Vince. Frantic pace thus far. Quinton Bowen. Spin move. Woo! And if he can get his offense going at a high efficiency as he is very capable of, we can see a resurgent Quinton Bowen. Stolen there by Bowen. Can he take it? Bowen falls in transition by Usher. That would be ball on the side. Good fall there by Usher to stop the transition bucket.
Both teams slow to start the second quarter. As you see, Jarrell Velasquez getting a break as Tyron Hall checks back into the ballgame. Also, Richard, the Destroyer, Troyer is back on the floor for Verdes.
Bogey gets to Bowen. Bowen unable to connect. Turnover on the other end. Ty Hall not ready for that pass.
Careless basketball by Verdes here in the second quarter.
Money Campbell is back in the ballgame. Number 99. Campbell. Screen there by Arzu. Campbell. No look pass. Jab step. Arzu. Good double team there by Troyer. Bowen recovers. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Shot by Sheppard. No good. Rebounded there by Ty Hall.
Poor clock management by the Griga Dream Ballers that time.
Good move there. I thought he would have taken that 3. He was wide open. He opted for the higher percentage shot. Mitchell. What a pass. Woo! Finish. Sheppard off the assist.
And Sheppard having a good night so far for Griga. That time receiving a beautiful pass from Edgar Mitchell and finished with the dunk.
And I know Mitchell and as almost a turnover there. Troyer step back jumper, no good. Rebound there by Leo Loriano. Troyer, Usher, good pass there. Odin bulldozes his way on Arzu.
And Odin, he needs to use his height, use his body to be a very effective player for Verdes.
Yes, and he just doesn't do it consistently. Woo! Offensive foul. Odin on the other end, loving it. And that is the example that Richard Troyer sets for not only for his Verdes team but across the league, putting your body on the line. And that is Richard Troyer-esque, if that's a word.
Very good step out that time by Darnell Odom.
As you see, Karen Tut Molina checking back into the ball game. Sort of a home game for Karen Tut Molina with relatives from Dan Griga as well. Ty Hall, Leo Loriano splits the defense, up and under, no good. Somehow gets it to Ty Hall. Ty Hall trying to draw the ball, no good. Odin blocked there by Sheppard, but Odin draws the foul and will go to the line for 2 free throws.
And that will be the first team foul on Sheppard, as he has 7 points to go along with 4 rebounds so far in the ball game. Devin Thomas out of the ball game for Verdes.
And when you're getting production like this on Darnell, then you definitely can get Devin Thomas a little bit more rest on the bench.
One more free throw to go for Odin. It's up and it's good.
Good production. And you know when Darnell Odin really made a name for himself was when he debuted against these Griga Dream Ballers teams 2 years ago, right in this very building. Money Campbell getting it inside. Arzu almost traveled. And that's an offensive foul.
Call against Howard Arzu.
That's Donnell Arzu.
Donnell Arzu, who is on the floor for Griga.
They look like twins, so it's kind of hard to differentiate. So you have to look at the
numbers, yeah.
Leroy Laureano, 5-point game. Griga has been just held to, I think, 4 points in this ball game to 3. That's a jump ball position to the Ballers. High stakes matchup. And these two teams have a very quiet rivalry between them. You know, have always been high stakes, high quality basketball being played by these two teams, especially in this building.
5:34 to go in the first half.
Campbell takes the shot. Very, very accurate in this ball game thus far for Devin Campbell. Stolen by Quinton Bowen. Arzu. Not a good pass by Arzu. Here comes Verdes. Richard Troyer. Leroy Laureano. Leroy, woo, the lock shot. Here come the Ballers on the other end. And why is Sheppard admiring his work?
Well timed block there by Branden Sheppard.
Leroy Laureano. Not a good pass. Stolen by Quinton Bowen.
Back-to-back turnovers by Leroy Laureano.
You can say what you want about Quinton Bowen on the offensive end, but he does not quit playing. He plays pretty good defense as well. Campbell. Screen from Sheppard. Campbell. Stripped. Holding the ball a little bit too long. Toots on the other end. He scores, and it's now a 33-28 ball game.
4:22 to go in the ball game. We have a Griga timeout. 33-28, a 5-point lead. Griga. Let's welcome you back inside the Russell Chiste Garcia Auditorium, where Griga Dream Ballers holding on to a 5-point lead with 4:22 to go in the half. And so far, Verdes with 6 points off the bench compared to Griga with 7 points off the bench. So both teams getting a little bit of bench scoring here in the first half.
Arzu, good curl there. Bowen, tough shot, he's blocked. Second chance opportunity for the Ballers. And this is a very good defensive lineup that Verdes has here. We want to see if they shut down this Griga Dream Ballers team. Campbell trying to draw the foul there. And Verdes going in lockdown mode. Definitely 1 or 2 defensively.
In and out.
Trying to answer, trying to get the offense going for Verdes, missing there. Campbell. Tough shot there, but again, the hands of Kyron Tut Molina refusing to give up anything inside.
As the ball went off, Branden Sheppard.
You know, with those Golden State Warriors teams, you know, everybody talks about their offense, but it's that lineup of depth that they had with Harrison Barnes, Andre Iguodala, Draymond Green, Clay, and Carey. That was a lockdown 5, and this is that version that Verdes has. And then you have Ty Hall answering on the other end to make it a 1-possession game.
As he went for the arrow in the bowl, let it loose. Tyrone Hall.
Campbell Henderson for 3. No good.
Long rebound.
Ball on a bounce by the Ballers, I believe. Good call, and it will go to Verdes, and they can take the lead on this end.
So we have Hall, Velasquez, Troyer, Oden, Molina on the floor for Verdes. Henderson, Sheppard, Williams, Bowen, and Campbell for Griga.
So it's an 8-6 advantage, +2 for Verdes in this second quarter. Bird is blocked. Good block shot, here comes Williams, what a pass. What a block shot, Karen Molina, refusing to give up anything. This is the lineup of death, ladies and gentlemen.
Getting up high with the block from the shot by Quinton Bowen. As we take a look at it once again on the replay, Troyer trying to draw the foul, but Molina going up high.
Using his athleticism to get that block shot. Williams up top to Mitchell. Screen from Hendo. Good defense there.
4 to shoot.
Wow.
For Griga.
And a move. Good defense there. Ballers continue to be smothered. Tut wisely slows it down.
Very good patience by the young man.
What a pass. Somehow it gets it inside to Thomas. That should be offensive foul. He used the elbow. But Pinello calls foul in favor of Verdes.
You see Branden Sheppard saying to the umpire there that
Thomas used the elbow.
Yeah. Clearly an elbow.
So we can definitely see that both, as we have a timeout on the floor, but the referees have missed one both ways. You know, it tends to even out itself.
And let's take a look at it once again. Clearly the swing of the right elbow. And that was one that was missed there by the crew chief, Melvin Pinello. As Griga holding on to a 2-point lead with 2:08 to go in the half. What a ball game we're having here tonight inside the Russell T. C. Garcia Auditorium. Brainerd Gobbett alongside the boomman Peter Lacey.
But what about this defense of Verdes? I feel that Postar has found his lineup of death. They are not scoring anything against this lineup right now.
As we take a look into the game inside the Civic Center, Hurricanes going up against the Bandits, and they have a 10-point lead in the first half.
And Bandits usually is the team that jumps out in front and fades late, but now they find themselves down by 10.
When you look at the play of Daniel Oden coming off the bench for Verdes, a positive sign for Coach Starr and Daniel Oden. And then Molina also getting into the action.
Definitely want to Southern Cable Network subscribers in Dan Griga, exclusive home of TNC, is now a proud sponsor of the Dan Griga Dream Ballers. So definitely switch over to Southern Cable Network to get TNC action. Money. What a crossover! Woo! Freezes the bird! Airs it to Hendo!
The basket will be called off.
Wow!
And let's see what is the call. I know I saw the crew chief, Melvin Pinello, waving off the basket.
What was the call?
The ball will be inbound.
The Birdman.
But what a move by Devon Campbell. Just freezes Bird in his track.
What a move. Is the basket good?
.147 to go in the first half, and what a first half of exciting basketball we're witnessing here inside the Russell Chester Garcia Auditorium. As you can see, the fans continues to file into the arena here in the culture capital, NEBL Griga.
So we see Williams going to the line for a free throw. Missing there.
And this is his first free throw attempt with Griga, as he came over from the Panthers.
Marquise Williams. Bench scoring is going to be the story now of the season for the NEBL Griga Dream Ballers. Who is going to be the contributors? You know, as Williams crunches 2 free throws there to give NEBL Griga a slight advantage. 35-33. Bird. Good defense there by Williams. Bird. Troyer takes it inside. Good move there. Just couldn't convert. And you see the instant trap there. But NEBL Griga gets out of it.
Third time Richard Troyer getting that close to the basket, but just couldn't finish with the layup.
Monty Campbell. And it's like Molina wants no part of Monty Campbell. Boogie trying to go glass. Good defense there. And we're seeing Verdes putting the smaller man to harass the big man. Ooh, what a strip there. That's our ball. Here comes Money. He's stripped on the other end by
You cannot take your eyes off Molina. That kid is just quick.
Line up of death.
Turnover. But what a block by Branden Sheppard against Devin Thomas.
And I hope Coach Starr has that contingent of players in his book just to look at the efficiency on the defensive end.
Very good defense by Gerald Velasquez.
Mitchell, Hendo. And he is fouled. Good sell there. That is what you call a sell. He sold that foul.
Let's take a look at it once again.
He sold it. He sold it.
Well, it is a foul. It is a foul. And so Delvon Henderson will be at the free throw line shooting 3 free throws. The NEBL on TNC is brought to you by Universal Hardware.
What a strip. That was beautiful, man. Good defense there.
Delvon Henderson, a 50% free throw shooter.
He makes the first free throw. Makes the second. And he gets the hat trick.
19.5 to go in the first half.
Hat trick, no good. 4-point lead, final possession of the first half. If Verdes runs it down, they elect to run it down. Ty Hall. What a pass to boom to end. Oh my goodness. Mitchell gets poked in the eye.
And what a way to end the first half with the 3 ball from Devin Henderson to cut into the lead. It will be a 1-point lead for Griga Dream Ballers going into the locker room. And we see Edgar Mitchell here, not a happy camper. And let's see what will be the outcome of this. If there was time on the clock when the foul was called. And Coach Starr not happy as Edgar Mitchell will be going to the free throw line. An unsportsmanlike foul call against Verdes. So Mitchell at the free throw line shooting the technical foul, and he made good on the first free throw. as we'll be putting back some time on the clock.
But when was the foul call?
We see 1.6 of a second.
Okay. So it was
It
called.
should be 6/10 of a second on the game clock. Mitchell, one more free throw, it's up, and it's no good. And that will bring the first half to an end. Griga up by 2, 38-36. What an exciting first half of NEBL basketball.
Definitely, the offense took a step back, but it's just superb defense from Verdes that halted this Dream Ballers offense from the first quarter going into the second. But I definitely love the defense of Verdes. They won that second quarter offensively, and let's see what the second half brings.
All right, what we'll do, we'll go to a break. When we come back, we'll have our halftime show for you from inside the Russell Chester Garcia Auditorium. We'll be back. Devin Thomas leading all scorers tonight so far in the first half with 14 points to go along with 6 rebounds for Verdes. What a first half for Devin Thomas.
Yes, definitely. And as I said, with Chris Frazier being out, I was predicting that he was going to have a big game, and you're seeing it. He knows the magnitude of this ball game, and he's definitely stepping up, just having his club down by 1 possession.
Richard, the Destroyer Troyer, with 7 points to go along with 5 rebounds in the first half. Just to give you an idea of the scoring, Leroy Laureano with 4 points to go along with 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers. Off the bench, we have Daniel Oden with 4 points, and Molina also with 4 points. So that is the bench scoring that we are getting from Verdes in the first half of tonight's ball game. When we look at Griga, no one in double figures so far. Delvon Henderson with 8 points to go along with 2 rebounds. And we have Branden Sheppard, 7 points to go along with 8 rebounds. Devon Campbell with 8 points to go along with 2 assists, but 3 turnovers in the first half. He will have to take care of the ball more in the second half.
Campbell is holding on to the ball too long. You know, there are times when there is no ball movement. Yes, it's not that he's not looking for the pass, but he needs to be quicker and sharper with his passes, and you'll definitely see that turnover margin improve.
Devon Campbell comes in tonight play averaging 4.1 turnovers per game. Edgar Mitchell on the other side, his teammate is averaging 4 turnovers for the season so far, and that is not good.
Yeah. So you see, watch this move here. Ooh, beautiful lob to air handle. That was just pretty.
So let's take a look at the numbers from the first half. Score 38-36 in favor of Griga Dream Ballers. Field goal percentage in the first half, 37 for Verdes, 43 for Griga, 2 points percent, 36 for Verdes compared to 41 for Griga. So not a bad shooting by Griga in the first half, but we look at the 3-point shots taken from downtown, 46% for Griga, 41 for Verdes. Very good 3-point shooting by both teams. Free throw, Griga have been to the free throw line more than Verdes in the first half. They shot 60% from the free throw line compared to 33 for Verdes. And when you look at the rebound, Verdes with a +2, 24-22 assists. Griga with a +7. 9-2.
Well, that is definitely expected when you have Campbell and Mitchell in your backcourt. But what I want to see is more offense from Edgar Mitchell. You're no longer the primary point guard on your team. That, in my opinion, should go to Campbell. Move Boogie Mitchell over to the 2-guard spot and have him launch from downtown. He's one of the better three-point shooters that we have in the league, but he doesn't show it on a regular basis.
Verdes Griga not taking care of the ball in the first half, committed 10 turnovers compared to 7 for Verdes. What we'll do is go to a break, and when we come back, we will have second half action for you from inside the Russell Chase Garcia Auditorium here in the culture capital, Griga. What has kept Verdes in this ball game in the first half so far is second chance opportunity. A plus 11 for Verdes, 11-0 in the first half. That is the reason why they're only down by 2 points.
Yes, and because of the second chance opportunities is because Dream Ballers is not boxing out. You know, they need to box out better to keep Verdes away from those second chance opportunities. But then again, even when the ballers do box out, get a rebound, you know, Karen took Molina and Leroy Loriano is stripping the ball on the defensive end for Verdes, and they're scoring on the other end. So it's just good defense being converted into offense by this Verdes team. You know, it's just going to be so interesting looking down the line, seeing Verdes versus defenders, the two best defensive teams in the land. You know, it's just going to be beautiful. As we are in halftime at the Hurricanes and Bandits at the Belize City Center, we have a 55-18 score. That is not a glitch, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 37-point advantage for the home team.
Richard Troyer started out in the first half very hot, making his first 5 points. And then, you know, he got to the basket 3 times,
yes,
but just couldn't finish with the layup.
Yes, but he is playing excellent basketball right now. The inside shot is not falling right now for Verdes, as you saw. Low 40s or high 30s for both ball clubs, but the 3-point shot is what has kept both of them in the ball game.
As we are just about ready for tip-off here, as we are just about ready for second half action, and the fans, they're out in numbers inside the Russell Chase Garcia Auditorium to support their Griga Dream Ballers.
This is a must-win game for the Griga Dream Ballers, as we are seeing the destruction of the Maupan Bandits in the Belize City Center. Hurricanes trying to get to 9 points to climb into the standings, and trying to get, I believe that would get them to the 5th seed after tonight, if they are to maintain that advantage that they have over the Maupan Bandits.
And both teams going with their starters here to start the second half.
And this is the both contingent of players on each side that got us to that high scoring first quarter. So let's see if they can replicate that in the third quarter, as Leroy Loriano defended there by Devin Thomas. Good screen there. Bird opts to get it to Richard Troyer. Troyer no good. Rebounded, picked up there by Edgar Mitchell. Bounce pass to Sheppard. What a pass! Not a good, accurate pass from Sheppard, who had a wide open Augustine. Hendo for 3. Boom! Air Hendo continues his hot shooting.
Delvon Henderson.
Beautiful move there by Bird. He's blocked. And Makari Augustine is just relentless on the defense. Boogie slows it down. Screen from Sheppard. Boogie can't finish.
foul call on Tyrone Hall.
And I think what happened there in pick and roll, Ty Hall was expecting that ball to be passed to Sheppard, but Mitchell, having the high IQ he has for a point guard, opted to take it inside.
So Edgar Mitchell at the free throw line, the captain for Griga Dream Ballers, shooting free throws. His first free throw is up and it's good with one more to go.
That's basketball's version of the read option. You got to know when to pitch it to the rolling player, or you take it yourself.
As he makes good on both free throws. So Griga here in the early going of the second half with a 5-0 run.
Bird gets it to Devin Thomas. Leroy Laureano splits the defense. Beautiful! High off the glass, no good. Here comes Campbell. Campbell splits the defense. The quick hands gets it to Hendo. No good. Good defense here by Leroy Laureano to slow down that attack by the Ballers.
Just a quick shot by Henderson, and the foul would be called on Sheppard.
You see, the Ballers had numbers on that possession, but the quick hands of Leroy Laureano disrupted that play, and they had to push it out to Hendo, who tried to get the shot off, but it wasn't good. We're seeing good defense by Verdes. Can they score? Troya, pull-up jumper. Yes! 5-point lead for Dan Griga.
With a hand in his face as he nailed a jump shot, the destroyer.
Trying to reinvent his offense this season.
Quick move.
Campbell with the offhand. He wants the fall.
Just too quick for Tyrone Hall.
What a fire sale it has been. A lot of these guys migrating from the Panthers. Thomas. Is he called for steps? No. Ball out of bounds remains with Verdes.
10 seconds to shoot.
Troya gets it up top to Bird. Bird on the left wing, defended there by Makara. Step back jumper, no good. Here comes Boogie. Boogie slows it down, gets it to Campbell. He wanted the fall, doesn't get it. They got to get back on defense, because here comes Leroy Laureano. Good transition defense there by the Dan Griga Dream Ballers. Up top to Richard Troya. Troya for three. No good. Got to get it across the line. Here Hendo, what a pass! Right out the stretch arms of Campbell.
I was saying the ball went off Leroy Laureano. Let's see if the ball will remain with.
And Troya fell asleep there at the wheel and will be called for the foul.
I saw Edgar Mitchell did the same with Quinton Bowen in the first half. And now here in the second half, he did the same thing with Branden Sheppard, Delvon Henderson, sorry. And so it shows that the defense for Verdes, they are napping on the out of bound play. So Delvon Henderson at the free throw line with 11 points to go along with 3 rebounds, but 2 personal fouls, so you have to be careful. First free throw is up, and it's good. The NEBL on TNC is brought to you by Gentrack.
Hendo. Both free throws are good.
Perfect from the free throw line tonight. 4 for 4.
Bird. The crossover almost turns it over. Bird. Corner 3, tough shot. Boom! Ty Hall for 3. And that is over Henderson, that's a difficult shot. Boogie, what a pass! Woo! Two-handed slammer jammer from Sheppard.
Sheppard having a dunk fest tonight.
Bird calling for the pick. Bird blocked here by Sheppard on the other end. Boogie to Hendo. Campbell. Crossover. Good pass. Spin move. Sheppard. Hook shot. Goes! Double-digit lead for the Ballers.
As we have a Verdes timeout on the floor with 6:12 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break. Griga has opened up a 10-point lead here in the third quarter, 51-41 against Verdes. And all of that is because of the beautiful basketball being played by Edgar Boogie Mitchell.
That's
also Branden Sheppard getting into the action, and Delvon Henderson.
Verdes. You can't just be playing defense all night. You got to get the offense to go, and that has not been happening.
As Ray Cruz has checked into the ball game.
Boogie. Good defense there by Verdes.
8 to shoot.
Seeing that Boogie for 3, no good. Offensive rebound there by Sheppard, and they get a fresh 24. They should get a fresh 24, but the clock continues. I thought that ball hit the ring. Fast break opportunity. Ty Hall scores, 8-point game. It's like the fan was zooming in on the camera. Campbell. Screen. Boom. Money missing there. Louisiana trying to push the action. Ty Hall. Crossover. Ty Hall. Stripped. Recovered by Bird. Boom! The Birdman! That was a long 2.
51-46, if score is correct.
Yeah, it was a 3. Hendo, what a pass, what a finish. Hendo to Sheppard. Louisiana. Ty Hall, what a pass, almost stripped. Thomas forcing the action. Here come the Ballers. 5-0 run by Verdes. Can they cut into this? Can they stop this mini run? Boogie. Good defense there. Boogie takes it himself. High off the glass, no good. Relentless basketball by the Ballers.
Makaya Boogie keeping it alive for Griga.
Jab step. Hendo for 3. Foul.
We'll be calling Ray Cruz.
Ray Cruz being overzealous there.
Delvon Henderson perfect from the free throw line tonight. Will be shooting 3 free throws as we see Howard Arzu back into the game. Quinton Bowen also checking back into the game for Griga. The NEBL on TNC is brought to you by Universal Hardware. (53-46), a 7-point lead for Griga. First free throw is up and it's good. Henderson 5 out of 5 from the free throw line tonight. 2 more free throws to go for Delvon Henderson. It's up and it's no good. One more free throw to go. Molina back on the floor for Verdes. And he makes, well, I guess the second free throw was called off. And so he's 2 for 2 so far with one more to go. And he missed the third free throw. Here comes Leroy Laureano with threading the needle there to Ray Cruz. Cruz going off the glass for 2. What a basket from Ray Cruz as Verdes cuts into the lead. Devon Campbell. As we have a whistle, a technical foul is called. And let's see. It's called on Leroy Laureano. And so Griga will be at the free throw line shooting free throws in the likes of Devon Campbell. Campbell with the free throw. It's good.
Question for me has always been for Verdes. Nobody can shut down the very best, but can they score with the very best? That has not been the case here tonight.
Eight-point lead for Griga. 3:21 to go in the quarter.
Quinton Bowen, Arzu for 3. In and out. Good strip there from Thomas to deny the offensive rebound. All alone. Cruz.
Ray Cruz with some quality minutes for Verdes here in the third quarter.
Campbell. Bowen. Doesn't get to go, but it's that guy again, Macari Augustin.
No boxing out that time.
What a move. Inside. Campbell. Put back. Macari Augustin. That is called a jump ball.
The quick hands there by Jarrell Velasquez. But the possession stay with Griga. And now we see Verdes defending the out-of-bound play.
Yes. Campbell trying to go glass. Another rebound. Campbell for 3. No, it's that guy again, Macari Augustin.
What a rebounding night Macari Augustin is having against Verdes because of the fact that they're not boxing out. They're not feeling where Macari Augustin is on the floor as we have a timeout with 2:41 remaining in the third quarter. 56-50. Griga lead by 6. Macari Augustin with no points but 12 rebounds for Griga. Monster on the offensive glass.
Quinton Bowen, pretty good defensive team unit on the court, but a turnover. And these are just some bone-headed turnovers by the time we got dream ballers. You just have a 6-point lead. You have Verdes on the ropes and you just turn it over, and this can turn into a one-possession game very quickly.
Verdes over the limit with 5 team fouls.
Devin Thomas, strip, good defense, but the foul is called offensive foul. I guess that they're picking up that elbow now from Thomas. He got away with it in the first half, not on that sequence. But the Ballers definitely got away with one there after that turnover. Verdes giving it right back. Campbell bringing it up across half court. Quinton Bowen. Quinton. Up top. 7 seconds. Campbell's. Step back 2. No good. That guy again. 5 offensive rebounds. 11 on the night. Crossover. Campbell. Oh my goodness, that would have been pretty. He missed that one.
That was Quinton Bowen.
Beautiful
almost from Devon Campbell.
That would have been pretty. This guy can pass. Quinton Bowen tickling the spine.
As Howard Arzu will be at the free throw line shooting 2 free throws. Odem on the floor for Verdes. First free throw from Arzu up and good.
Arzu is shooting a high clip tonight.
1 more free throw to go. His second free throw is also good to make it an 8-point lead for Griga here in the third quarter.
2 for 2 for Arzu. Bird for 3. No good. And that's a foul.
Foul on Macario Auguste.
Wow.
Yes. Not a good foul there.
Being too aggressive. And if you do want to find some criticism of Macario Augustin, it's that right there. You just have to know when to, to pull it back a little bit. But he's just that energizer that comes at you play after play, and he's called there for the foul.
Velasquez, a 60% free throw shooter here in the 2020 season. Well, it was a technical foul or something. I don't think the foul was called in the act of shooting, because Velasquez shot only 1 free throw.
Could be unsportsmanlike foul. Edgar Mitchell. Bowen. What a pass. As Henderson off that screen coming around the curl, takes it to the hole, draws the foul. Just good ball movement there.
Delvon Henderson at the free throw line. As he continues to make his free throws. He's now 6 out of 7. With 1 more to go. Make it 7 out of 8.
Leroy Loriano. Ty Hall, pump fake. What a block shot there by Arzu and Hall. Here come the Ballers. Can stretch his lead. The biggest has been 10. Can they get it to 12?
Or 13.
Arzu draws the foul and will go to the line.
And you can clearly see Griga here in the third quarter being the most aggressive team. Verdes playing flat-footed. They're playing on the back of their heels. They are not defending. They are getting beat easily off the dribble. When Devon Campbell have the ball in his hand, when Edgar Mitchell have the ball in his hand. Now it is Howard Arzu getting into the action, taking the ball to the hole, drawing the foul and making his free throws.
Defense must lead to offense on the other end to keep the defensive intensity up. You see the lineup of depth here with Odin, Ty Hall, Thomas, Tut, and Leroy Laureano. So let's see if they can lock down this Dream Ballers team and get some offense. Ty Hall. Boom! Much needed three there. Let's see if they can get their defense rejuvenated.
Ty Hall with 11 points in the ball game.
9-point lead. 62-53. Big Sheppard continues his efficient night. Now 7 of 8 from the field. Make that 7 of 9.
Almost a turnover. It is a turnover.
Dream Ballers. Quinton Bowen. Can he bring out the rampage in there? Edgar Mitchell.
Quinton Bowen calling for the ball. Have a mixed match.
We love to see it. We love to see the confidence of Quinton Bowen, but he has to finish.
Verdes with the final shot.
That should have been double dribble. No call. 1.1 second. Let's see if they can get a shot up.
And I'm wondering if something is wrong with Richard Troyer. As the third quarter will come to an end. Griga 64, Verdes 53. We'll take a break and we'll be back with fourth quarter action. Branden Sheppard with 15 points to go along with 12 rebounds for Griga Dream Ballers. Delvon Henderson with 17 points to go along with 3 rebounds. The two big guys in the ball game so far for Griga Dream Ballers.
Yes, Edgar Mitchell flirting with a triple-double here. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists for one of the top point guards in the line.
Devin Thomas did not score in the third quarter for Verdes.
As the demolition continues on channel 119, 78-38, 40-point lead for the Hurricanes. We said the Hurricanes trying to climb in the standings will get a bit closer with what seems as an absolute victory, as they will get their 9th point of the season and perhaps move up to the 5th spot in the standings.
And it will be Verdes ball to start the fourth and final quarter. Down by 11.
Still a ton of time, 10 minutes left in the ball game. They need a run. Their offense has been stagnant. Good defense, just no offense. Big move there by Odin. He doesn't convert. And here come the Ballers. Quinton Bowen. Good defense there. Sheppard with the finish. And that's what will happen when you go for these traps. You're gonna leave a person wide open. The Ballers found that person and they scored.
Verdes just stood around and watched what was going on.
Beautiful Euro there from Leroy, just not converting. Where is the offense gonna come from? So far in the season, Verdes has scored the least, but they have defended the best. And that is what have them on this win streak, but that is in jeopardy. What a pass. That should have been a foul. But ball will remain with the Ballers. physical play being allowed right now by the referee.
For call on Darnell Oden.
Oh, there is a foul. So Quinton will be going to the line. Believe that was in the act of shooting. Yes, it was. And Quinton will be shooting 2 free throws.
Quinton Bowen, a 57.7 free throw percentage shooter here in the 2020 season, make good on the first free throw with 1 more to go. Second free throw is up, and it's also good, and Griga shooting very good from the free throw line tonight.
Louisiana trying to find answers. Took for 3. No good.
Oden trying to keep it alive, but he stepped on the line.
As you are seeing, the free throw percentage of the Griga Dream Ball is now 21 of 26 for 80%. Edgar Mitchell. Edgar. Arzu. Spin move, fade away jumper, good defense there. Took. Hall. They need offense, they need it now. Down by 15. What a pass, what a finish. Beautiful pass inside to Darnell Oden. 13-point lead.
Very good basketball that time by Verdes.
And Griga.
And they need to play more tight on defense.
Hagar screen from Macario. Bowen.
6 to shoot.
Bowen. Is he gonna
4 to shoot.
Pull up jumper, no good. The shooters keep shooting. And one thing you can see, Quinton, we don't see him shot on confidence. He continues to shoot.
As we see Thomas back on the floor for Verdes, also coming out of the ball game for Griga, Quinton Bowen.
Hall. No good. Campbell. Ooh, crossover, splits the defense. Campbell! Chunky! Monty Campbell scores.
Richard Troyer late that time getting over. Let's take a look at this once again on the replay. Just a smart basketball player, very skillful ability, and that should have been an offensive foul. He put his elbow right into the chest of Richard Troyer, but he was given the basket, and he is now at the free throw line. I think Richard Troyer was in the semicircle, and that's the reason why the foul was called a blocking foul. So it's a very good call by the officials. His free throw is up, and he completes the 3-point play.
Louisiana. Desperate times right now for Verdes. They need offense, they need it now. Thomas a 3. No good. And they have just gone cold.
70-55, a 15-point lead for Griga.
+9 in the third quarter for Dan Griga, 26-17 now, a 6-2 run in the fourth. What a pass! Campbell to Macario.
And Campbell just continues to break the defense of Verdes down, and you know, with no effort at all. With no effort. Look at that. One screen from Macario Augustine, and who the ball from? Macario Augustine. So it's showing you that as we have a timeout, 7-1-3 to go in the ball game, 71-55, a 16-point lead for Griga.
I know it's rare that you go beyond 2-year contracts, but if I'm the Griga Dream Ballers, I try to lock up Campbell as long as I possibly can. This backcourt, Campbell and Mitchell, is going to wreak havoc in this NEBL season moving forward. And I know I can't put them above Arana and and Jihad Wright. Not just yet. I can't put them above, but I definitely have them as top 2 backcourt in the NEBL.
2 players got wasted off the screen set by Macari Augustine. Devin Thomas and Leroy Laureano. Devin Thomas not staying with Macari Augustine, who set the screen for Devon Campbell.
And they have just been playing good pick and roll defense all night, shutting down Dan Griga. But he said there's only so much defense you have in you before you get demoralized on the offensive end, because they're just not scoring. But the defensive effort is there for Verdes.
Macari Augustine at the free throw line. His first free throw is up, and it's no good. Still trying to get his first point of the ball game to go along with 16 rebounds.
Can he go for the double for the double dime in back-to-back weeks with 20 rebounds that he pulled down last week? Bird. Crossover. High off the glass. Beautiful move there by Bird Velasquez. 15-point game. Still a ton of time. Macario. What a move. Campbell for 3. Boom! Macario with the rear dish.
Just beautiful basketball by the Griga Dream Ballers tonight. What can I say? They are sharp.
Bird. Taps inside. Good defense there by Macari Augustine.
The ball slipped.
I thought he was going to go for the mash, but he went for
one dribble, one pass, score for Griga.
Wow. Just a different ball club.
With the acquisition of one player.
Yeah. And when you saw him leaving the Panthers, you just saw a different Panthers team. I haven't seen a player like that in quite some time. And I know you have to think about a guy like Francis Arana coming to the San Pedro Tiger Sharks and just rejuvenating their offense. Because at times the San Pedro Tiger Sharks, before the arrival of Arana, was very stagnant. And when he came, just being able to split the defense made Jihad Wright be an even more effective player. Just, in my opinion, having the best backcourt in the NEBL. But this guy, Campbell, immediately, one game, Dan Griga Dream Ballers was dead to rights. Definitely looked like one of the worst teams in the NEBL. Insert this guy, I know this team looks like they can make the playoffs.
And sportsmanlike for a call on Tyron Hall. And Howard Arzul at the free throw line, shooting the technical foul. And he makes good. With one more to go. The NEBL on TNC is brought to you by Gentrack, as he makes good on the second free throw. 5:59 to go in the ball game. Howard Arzul. Edgar Mitchell picked up there by Tyron Hall. The bounce pass to Arzul. And a jump ball call. Is it a jump ball? It's a foul call on Arzul. Possession goes to Verdes. Darnell Odom with the defensive play.
Leroy Laureano. Verdes down by 22 points.
And Verdes over the limit. Griga have yet to commit a team foul.
Beautiful pass inside. Thomas draws the foul, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
First team foul here in the fourth quarter.
As you see that beautiful pass, just threads the needle. But that is what you want if you're Arzu. Don't make anything easy inside. See the fans loving it. And know that they're waiting for that highlight reel play like they got last week. But nothing coming thus far.
One more free throw to go for Devin Thomas as he missed the first. Missing both. Wooden with the offensive rebound.
The offensive rebound. Bird. Devin Thomas going baseline. Woo! The tomahawk slam from Devin Thomas.
Is it too late for Verdes with 5:25 to go in the ball game?
Ton of time, but their defense has to step up. And if you're the guy who get dream ballers, you don't want to take bad shots like that. Ty Hall. Bird for three. No good. For the Griga dream ballers, get the best shot possible while draining at least 15 to 17 seconds off the shot clock. 10 seconds. Pass on Macario. Arzu. No good. Over the back of the backboard, the ball to Verdes.
Verdes need to score and on the other end of the court get some defensive stop to get back in this ball game.
Loriano.
And it will not happen like that.
Good idea. I guess the length of the dream ballers on the court definitely took away the vision of Loriano. Campbell, crossover, woo, double crossover. Crossover again. Boogie. Boom! See it there? He needs to shoot more threes. He has it, just doesn't show it. Shows it there.
A lot of patience shown by Devon Campbell.
And he has a double figure in points. I believe that's not 11 points for Edgar Mitchell. That's his 11 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. And it's not the first time that he has come close to triple-double territory, but still has yet to get one down in his NEBL career. His teammate Delvon Henderson got 2 triple-doubles and flirted with about 2 more last season.
Howard Arzu coming off the bench to net 11 points to go along with 3 rebounds. Very good bench play from Howard Arzu tonight, and he's at the free throw line trying to add some more to his scoring. First free throw is up, and it's good.
I believe Arzu moving forward with Quinton Bowen, they definitely have something there, but who is going to score from the guard position coming off the bench? Vince Young has to step up. Marquise Williams has to get his 3-point shooting going. He hasn't been able to do anything yet. Bakari Augustine, Mitchell for 3. Oh, in and out. That one looked good. On the end, Ty Hall on the other end. And it's now a 21-point lead for Dan Griga.
So Griga looking very sharp tonight, looking to go back-to-back wins.
Mitchell, almost stripped there. RSG, 3 seconds. Mitchell for 3, no good. Here comes Verdes. Ty Hall. They need 3s. Big move, strong move there, sorry. Ty Hall is fouled hard, and he will be going to the line for 2 free throws.
Tyron Hall leaving Edgar Mitchell in his track that time as he hesitated, and then he went strong to the basket. We take a look at it once again. Up fake, around Edgar Mitchell. Foul by Branden Sheppard. Edgar Mitchell out of the ball game. And the bench loving it.
And he perhaps exiting for the final time will finish with 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists.
The free throw way off.
Just a tough night when you have to travel.
Tyron Hall is 77.8% free throw shooter, with one more to go.
It's roughly 84 miles between San Ignacio and Griga. A lot of miles, and definitely showing up, the fatigue showing up. The offense just wasn't there for Verdes tonight. Defensively, they definitely showed up, but that will only take you so far. You've got to score the basket.
As Velasquez will be taken out of the ball game.
Bermudez sit Belize in the ball game. Porto to gets it to Ty Hall.
Ray Cruz also checked in.
Ty Hall. I think at this point of the ball game, Ty Hall needs to come out of the ball game as well. Save your starters from any possible injury.
2:14 to go in the ball game. Verdes down by 19.
Long three there from Campbell. Ooh, Ty Hall for 3.
17 points for Tyron Hall tonight.
Trying to pad those stats. See number 17 in the ball game. Trying to go glass. And they can quickly, if they can score quick here, cut off for 3. No good. And that shot now makes it a 14-point game.
Ray Cruz off the offensive glass with the putback.
There's still a ton of time here, and a wise timeout by the Ballers.
1:24 to go in the ball game. 83-67. Griga with the timeout. The NEBL on TNC is brought to you by Universal Hardware. And it's a final inside the Civic Center, a 104-60 win for the Hurricanes.
Wow.
A 4-point win over the Bandits. So the Hurricanes bouncing back. And here inside the Rosachisa Garcia Auditorium, 1:24 to go in the ball game. Verdes
And
still down.
And next week, those Hurricanes coming off that 44-point blowout of the Belpan Bandits will be traveling. I believe that game was cancelled, but the Griga Dream Ballers will be traveling to the PG Sports Complex, where Campbell will be facing his old team as Took, one of the fastest players in the NEBL, gets it down the court. So we could very well be seeing the Griga Dream Ballers going on a 3-game winning streak at the end of next week. And they are well in this playoff race. Boom! That's Marquise Williams for 3. And he needs to get his offense going. Ty Hall trying to go glass. Marquise, what a pass. Shot missed there. To Cotter Bermudez. Baseline off the glass. Strong move. Offensive foul.
Vince Young taking the charge. And we need to see this once again. If Vince Young was standing in the semicircle.
Cotter Bermudez not liking the call.
26 seconds to go in the ball game. As Griga will pick up back-to-back wins. And pull themselves right back into the playoff hunt. Strong outing for the Griga Dream Ballers tonight. Back-to-back home wins in front of a jam-packed Russell Chise Garcia auditorium.
Yes, and then you have hypothetical, just looking down the line. Panthers next week. That's definitely a potential win. The Bandits the following March 21st at the Russell Chise Auditorium. That's definitely a possible win. We could be looking at a 4-game winning streak, and then of course they get a second crack at the Belize Hurricanes on April 3rd at the Belize City Center. We could be seeing, you know, one of the longest win streaks in NEBL history. We know the Defenders, they have the record at 6, but the Ballers could have something to say about that in the coming weeks. Vince Young for 3. That does it.
And so an impressive win by Griga Dream Ballers in front of their home fans, 86-73, a 13-point win over Verdes. And Griga, you know, they came out tonight and they played beautiful basketball. Devon Campbell, unstoppable. Edgar Mitchell, unstoppable. And then, you know, bringing in Delvon Henderson into the picture along with Branden Sheppard. And then off the bench, Howard Arzu. A huge game tonight for Howard Arzu.
Yeah, but for the Ballers, I have to call out Vince Young. He has to do more on the offensive end, coming off the bench. He's very potent at the 3-point mark. If he can get his offense going, it makes the Griga Dream Ballers an even more deep team, because what the Ballers have in common with the Panthers is that they have a very good, potent starting 5, but a lot of question marks on the bench. Arzu stepped up tonight. Quinton Bowen added a little. Marquise Williams added some offense late in the ball game, but we're waiting for Vince Young. He has the ability to score for this Ballers team.
5 players in double figures for Griga Dream Ballers. That's Delvon Henderson with 17, Branden Sheppard with 19, Edgar Mitchell with 11, Devon Campbell with 17, and off the bench, as we mentioned, Howard Arzu with 12. For Verdes, Tyrone Hall, the bright spot once again with 17 points. Devin Thomas with 16 points. Richard Troyer with 9 points. And off the bench, Ray Cruz with 10. Daniel Odom with 6. And Molina with 6. And so not that much scoring from Verdes tonight in this ball game. Richard Troyer started out like it was going to be a huge night for him, hitting his first 2 shots, 5 points quick in the first quarter, but then he just went cold in the rest of the ball game. He sat a long time on the bench in the 3rd quarter, and I was wondering why he was on the bench that long.
Yeah, but Verdes moving forward, I love their defense. But as we said, you have to score on the other end. It demoralizes a team when they have to be playing defense and they're not scoring. If they can get their scoring going, then we're going to see that lockdown 4 quarters of defense that Verdes is capable of playing.
Let's take a look at the final numbers from tonight's ball game. As we mentioned, a huge win for the home team. 86-73 field goal percent. Verdes shooting 41% compared to 37 for Griga. 2-pointers 43% for Verdes, 39 for Griga. 3-pointers 36% for Verdes, 34 for Griga. Free throws, that's the stat that stands out right there. 78% tonight for Griga, 28% for Verdes. Griga did a very good job at the free throw line, making their free throws when it counts the most. Rebounds 49 for Griga, 44 for Verdes. Assists 16-14, steals 9-6, blocks 8-0. Griga again showing that they're a very strong defensive team. 8 blocks in the ball game. Turnovers 15 for Griga, 13 for Verdes, and so must mention it again, a huge win, back-to-back wins for Griga at home. For Peter Lacey and the rest of the TNC crew, I am Reynald Garbett saying thank you for joining us from inside the Russell T. Garcia Auditorium on this beautiful Friday night. God bless you and good night.